You liking that?
Yeah, that's better.
Between Irate Diesel service and CNC equipment.
All right, we're back on part 2 of the Powerstroke reassembly. What do you think?
I love it.
You guys not seen, we pulled a junkyard Powerstroke motor out of my own junkyard, I guess. This used to be a 48,000 mile snowplow truck motor. It was severely rusted. If you guys have not seen, there's a link down below to the playlist on that. But we got a bunch of parts we took off that thing. We've been going through this and putting a bunch of go fast goodies in it. But a little quick backstory. Originally we had plans to build the shorty truck up. Hunter was gonna build a truck up. He's gonna do a 1-ton short bed truck. You guys remember this? It got cut in half at the auction, but Kevin kind of fell in love with it. So we're gonna keep it. And Hunter actually, we had another truck pop up during this build, the beginning of it, so he actually ended up picking it up. Pretty cool truck, and I can't say that I blame him for switching gears on that. So, but anyway, we've got plans for this bad boy to go in something. So we'll at the end of this video we'll show you what that vehicle is, won't we? Maybe. It's been super top secret to this point. So so what we got going on, we're building a Powerstroke motor, 7.3. I guess 48,000 miles. I probably said that already, didn't I? We didn't do anything to the internals because it's pretty low miles. We just took it all apart, resealed it. That's all in the last video. We did put a bunch of goodies inside here already. We got some bigger injectors, some 250cc by 100 over injectors, stiffer valve springs, push rods. I think that's about it inside of it other than stock stuff. We got new manifolds on it. Got the front cover, oil pan, all that stuff on it. We got all these cool goodies over here yet to put on it. I did a little bit off camera since the last video. Put some sensors and stuff, cam sensors, water temp sensors, EGT probe in the back, put a block heater in it.
I put these 2 fittings.
Kevin put these 2 fittings. He feels important. So
myself.
the last video, me and Hunter put most of this stuff together. So Hunter's back at school today, so just me and you. We left the cool stuff to last.
That's right.
So we got a super sweet, cool turbo from Irate Diesel service. They supplied us this thing. We'll be sticking it on here in a little bit. We got an up pipe kit, T4 up pipe kit from Irate Diesel Performance. We got a bunch of crap there from Napa to put on. We got a high volume, high pressure oil pump to put on. Whole front accessory drive. Bunch of box of goodies here. Just don't tell Bridget. Grandpa's been here because he left his water jug here.
Papaw.
That's what papaws do. So we're gonna get to it. I think the first thing we gotta do is put on these super sweet intake plenums. These are a lot bigger than stock. I think the stocks are like 2.5 or something, or 2. They're little. These are actually 3, so it's gonna allow this big old hair dryer to shove some more air in there. Isn't that right? So we're gonna get started on that. We've got a fuel bowl delete system from Irate Diesel. So if you guys remember that used to have a fuel bolt set up here, we're going to do electric fuel pump. So we got to make room for this big old turbo we got from Irate Diesel sitting in there. So we're going to delete the fuel bowl. We got that high pressure oil pump sits in here. So if you don't know how these things work on these Powerstrokes, I actually use a high pressure oil pump. There's a regular engine oil pump down here that sends low pressure oil up to here to a high pressure oil pump that sends high pressure oil into these heads. Actually helps fire those injectors and gets that fuel pressure up higher. So it's kind of an interesting concept, but ahead of its time for sure back in the day. So we gotta go find some new bolts. You liking all this stuff, aren't you? It's all stainless, TIG welded. It's nice stuff we got from them. So you ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
Just want to peel the tape. This one blew out when I was cranking the motor over. It said I think I taped that side.
Did you?
Yeah, Hunter did this side. So. All right. Kind of looks a little different here. We do have a pro tip of the day here for you. You guys may not be able to see right now, but there is a bolt right there for the intake, and you can't get a bolt in there. So we now know why these intake plenums are notched on the end right there. If you see that, I guess you're supposed to put a bolt in there and leave it in there. So the only way to get a bolt back in there is to pull this whole timing cover back off, or the head off. You remember that Silicone City from the last video. So what we come up with, we actually made a stud here. We're going to use this stud and a nut. We got to clearance this aluminum just a little bit right in here. So we had to tape everything back up to keep aluminum from going to a new motor. So that's the pro tip of the day. Don't do what we did, folks.
Put that bolt in.
Put that bolt in first. It'll save you a lot of pain. You get her, Bubby? A little custom notch job nobody's ever gonna know, except us and 30,000 people that's gonna watch this video. See, nobody shows this kind of stuff. They like cover this, they edge this crap out. Maybe we'll save somebody a headache. I guess you're putting these on a truck, you couldn't get that bolt out, so it would just stay in there. But you know, I've never built one of these. I didn't know that, so now we know. It's on video. I can make fun of you now. We had an off-camera moment. We won't say what happened.
But for $5 we will.
May or may have not lost something in the intake manifold. So I got red Loctite on that. Kevin's gonna thread it in with his sausage fingers on camera. How's that going for you? I had it started a while ago.
Did you?
Lean it over that way. Need a close up of your sausage. Alright, he's gonna get that started, and then we'll slam these manifolds on. I guess we gotta use gray silicone on these like we did the rest of the motor here. So alright, Kevin's getting those torqued up. I was going to show you guys the difference. What are you doing in there?
Fixing things.
Difference in the two holes there, you guys can see that is quite a bit. I got my hand over it, but big difference. I think that's what, 2 to 3 at least, so definitely be able to shove a lot more air in there. What's next on the equation? Turbo time?
Ooh!
Fuel line time?
That's part.
We got this fuel line kit and we've not done one of those. You know something we probably do need to put on this high pressure oil pump next. Get it all sitting down in there. Torque that gear on there. Kevin's smooching up the silicone so we got a nice free flow going down in there. We're going to be boosting now. This is the mount for the glow plug controller. Put that big old ugly thing on there. Our little nut and bolt thing worked there good, stud. So yeah, I think we ought to do the high pressure oil pump next.
Okay.
All right, Kevin's got a new adrenaline high volume. It's not really any more pressure. It's probably coming out of this hole here where I pulled that plug, bud. You're leaking. It's a high volume, high pressure oil pump for these injectors. It mounts on the back of here. And then we got a gear. Do we need to slide the gear in there somewhat too? We'll get that started. Should we put these bolts in here?
Probably.
I'm gonna grab the gear. Got a gear here too. It goes on the front that drives that dude. Let's see if this will slip down in there, Kevin. Oh yeah. Golden. All right, he's gonna get those in there, torque down. I'll find the torque spec on this bolt. What do you think it is? Looks like a 65 pounder.
45.
45? Okay, we'll see. Well, we were both wrong. It's 95 pound-feet. I bet you're gonna turn the motor over before you get her tight. Let me get my holder tool here. Maybe. I got my custom bolts in here. Which way do you going? That way? Pretty tight on that little dude, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got that. We're going to put the top cover, which is this dude over here. This is actually an oil pan, oil reservoir for that high pressure oil pump. It holds about 3/4 quart of oil to supply oil for that oil for this high pressure pump. The low pressure pump sends oil, I believe, up through one of these holes here, fills that cavity up so it has oil to fill the injector housings up. So we'll get it put on there next. The gasket's got a filter built into it, so if something grenades, I guess, it keeps contaminants from down below in there. Does that sound like it? Good idea?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got the bolts laying to the left over there, Kevin, for that. I actually painted the tops of them black. You like that?
No.
We do have 2 new sensors we're going to stick in there once we get this dude bolted on there. So this cavity just holds oil up in there, supplies that dude.
Oh.
Oil.
Which one's which?
Oh, we'll have to get our camera picture timeout. I have no
I'm gonna
idea.
go like this.
Pretty sure that's going to be wrong there, bud. I've got a bunch of pictures somewhere.
Final answer.
We'll be back. I doubt it. That looks good though. All right, we're banging the front out here.
Bang.
Bang. Got new sensors on this high pressure oil housing. I got the lower outlet radiator hose thingy on. Kevin's got the new one on, put a new thermostat in there. On the upper, it's coming together. I got this gas temperature line put on, new sensor cover on there. Starting to look like something. Me and Mr. Kevin's decided we're gonna put on the whole front accessory so it starts looking like something.
That's right.
We got alternator brackets, power steering, vacuum pump, fan, all that good stuff. So we're gonna keep on up here and get all that stuff put on there. We got a whole new accessory drive from Napa. We got a new vacuum pump, new power steering pump. Had to reuse the old canister. Actually got a new power steering pump pulley too. The other one's pretty rusty, so we'll start tackling all that stuff. All right, so we got our bracket on there. It's not there no more. We've got to get these fuel lines and stuff on there. It was blocking that. And actually, you guys see these galley plugs here? I've got new ones ordered. The reason is they didn't come with O-rings. They say to replace the plugs and everything. So we're still waiting on those yet. Should be in a couple days. So,
Couple days?
guess what?
You're killing me.
We can still put that big hair jar on there from
That's more like it.
from our friends at Irate Diesel Service. They even sent you a pair of gloves. So, if you guys have not seen, we've had a couple collaborations with Irate Diesel Service. They reached out and actually sent us this super sweet Borg Warner. This is a 369. It's a 300 series turbo. Had a .91 housing on it there. You guys can see 69 millimeters. Is that right? I don't know what all these numbers mean. But on their channel, they actually did a video on this turbo talking about it and all the different options you can do with that 300 series turbo. So definitely want to go over and check them out. I'll put a link below to them and their video too, so something you definitely want to check out. But they've been super helpful on this build. I actually reached out to them before I bought all these other parts. They're kind of more into the semi-stock. They do have some high performance injectors. We're kind of going a notch above that, so we're going into the realm of close to breaking parts. Anyway, they had that thing sitting on the shelf, so they keep a bunch of stuff. And I just seen they put a video out the other day. Yeah, they've sold almost 500,000 turbos since they've opened. Guess what they're gonna do on the 500,000 one?
What?
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
So maybe if you order, I got some insider info. Maybe if we can order like 10 of them in that certain window, we get free shipping on one.
That's right, on one. The other 9 you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, so anyway, if you mention us, you guys got any turbos, injection pump, injectors, anything like that, if you actually mention us, CNC Equipment, they will ship your parts back to you free, and I think they're going to give you a free set of gloves too. So you guys definitely want to mention our name. It helps us out. It's going to help you out too. So that's our friends from Irate Diesel Service phone numbers right there. Like I say, the link will be in the description below, all their information. So before we can put that big thing on, we got to get these up pipes put on here.
Oh.
You know where these go? Somewhere in here. I wonder if they're going to fit on our super sweet motor stand.
Yes. Uh-oh, there's friend. That's the old warden.
Yeah. We've got a turbo pedestal that's got to go on here first, I think, Kevin. We got to get on here. Anyway, we'll get this all figured out and we'll be back. Alright, first thing we got to do, this is all new to us, so keep this in mind. We've not done this before. We've got to put this turbo pedestal mount in here. So the original turbo got oil supply from right here, and the return for the turbo's right here. So this kit's actually going to use oil supply from this, but it's going to block off the return. So how's that going to work?
It's got to go somewhere.
So you guys remember, this is where the original lift pump used to drive from. I got it taped up here, it's kind of hard to see it. So they're actually going to utilize that as the return for the turbo. So we're going to use electric lift pump on this deal to get more fuel going to it for more power. So we'll get this dude. I got some new O-rings in there. Kevin's got some new bolts. Should just bolt in there like so. And then there is a another mount here. This stuff's all heavy duty built stuff. I think it bolts in here, and a turbo flange mount's going to bolt to it. Then we'll be able to put those pipes and big hair dryer on there. What you been doing here, Mr. Kevin?
Putting cool stuff on.
Got our super sweet T4 turbo flange bolted up pipes bolted in. Fit around her motor mount just fine, so like we built it for that.
That's right. We did.
I see you put some American bolts down here.
Only because I was formally told to.
I don't think we had metric ones that long, did we?
No.
Hey, you know what the good thing about that size though? 13 millimeter still fits on it.
That's right.
Or ½ inch. Nobody will ever know.
Yeah, when it's covered in rust, you'll never be able to tell
No.
which one it is.
Nope, nope. You know what time it is, don't you?
The time we've been waiting for.
It's turbo time. We gotta get some bolts. And this stuff.
Get these lines on first.
We may have to put some of those lines on, yeah. I don't know how they work.
Wasn't there something down in here?
We'll try to figure that out off camera. That is, what is that, 1 inch thick? They're not messing around
That
here.
ain't going nowhere,
No,
bro.
this mount's ½ inch steel. That plate's ½ inch. I think we could just pick the motor up by that.
2 bolts.
Yeah. That is some heavy duty stuff from Irate Diesel for sure, so. Yeah, we're gonna figure out, we got some fuel line situation going on. We'll figure that out. We got some high pressure oil pump lines too, so we're not gonna bore you guys with that, but we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, we've been in Plum City. So, what have we done here?
I haven't done anything.
We have put our fuel lines on.
Yep.
So we've got, this is fuel inlet, goes in here, supplies both the heads. Then we got fuel return coming out here. We got a fitting I had to rob for down here. We got a fuel pressure regulator for a return. Return comes out here, goes back to the tank. Then we got high pressure oil pump lines in. I actually made these in-house, supplying both the heads here with some Eaton weatherhead lines. I think that pump runs up to about 3,300 psi. These hoses are rated for 5,800 psi, so it should be good on that. Kevin's got the turbo drain line installed. He's putting in some studs for the turbo. We did find a bolt kit over there that we should have had a little earlier,
Couple
but
minutes ago.
it's all right. We got all these cool awesome bolts in there anyway. I gotta get a fitting in here for this is the oil supply for the turbo. I think we gotta get the exhaust housing or get it all caulked to get that lined up. And we'll be in like Glenn. He's using 2 nuts. They're jamming them together to crank those studs in there. Put a little Loctite on there. I'm sure that'll be melted out in about 2 seconds.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's right. All right, it's coming together. For sure. It's starting to look like something. You guys remember the original motor had the fuel filter sitting in there, so we done away with it. It's gonna be back in the frame rail. Nobody needs a fuel filter anyway, right?
It's for sissies.
That's right.
Oh, probably be like.
Alright, so what Kevin's done here is actually loosened these bolts up so we can actually clock this turbo. You can spin that center cartridge. We've got it pulled off the exhaust housing over here. We got it sitting up here. So we got to get that thing clocked so we can get to our oil drain line. It's kind of a hard line there, so kind of dictates where this dude sits. So we've got to get that spun so our intercooler line is lined up too. So we're going to get all that fitting up right, and we'll bring you guys back.
Here, real quick.
Oh, I got you bolted up.
Let me get this.
Go ahead. You liking that?
Yeah, that's better. Go ahead and give me some nuts.
These nuts? Those studs have the same threads on each side.
Yeah.
Kevin's getting her all lined up for the oil drain tube. I got all these cartridges loose here, so she'll spin. I got the bolts loose on the exhaust wheel here. Once he gets that fitted up, that kind of dictates everything, don't it?
Yeah.
He gets that all dictated, and then we'll bolt everything down. Sit somewhere in that neighborhood. It's looking good, for sure. All right, we got the Borg Warner turbo from Irate Diesel all mocked up. I think it's sitting pretty. Kevin's got the oil feed line here. So we got some clean engine oil. We're gonna go ahead and dump it in the turbo.
Protect the bearings of your turbocharger.
As the sign says, it's always a good idea. New turbo. Fill that, this is inlet side. It's an outlet down there. Fill her up with some oil. I'm giving the spinny job down here. It ought to help it, right? Got her full. I think you missed it, bud.
Spill oil all over your new rig.
I think that's good. That's gonna smoke. All right, hook that line up and we'll be done here. We got, I think we can put that crossover pipe in it too, Kevin. Some boots, maybe get some more super sweet hardware on here.
Scoot, scoot, and buggy.
We'll be about done with this whole area. It's starting to look like something. All right, rolled the motor up on the side, put the engine mounts, motor mounts, whatever you want to call them on the side. We got our crossover pipe in here looking all beautiful. We got our boost sending unit in there. So we'll have intercooler pipes coming out of here, going to the intercooler in the front of the truck, back around. These trucks originally didn't have those, so we're gonna have them. One thing we can't do right now, we told you earlier, we're waiting on these plugs before we can put this front accessory drive mount stuff on here. Me and Kevin's gonna work on the wiring harness for that, get that all cleaned up, go ahead and get it laid in there. And hopefully our plugs show up and we'll be back and put the front accessory on. All right, we're back. We got our oil galley plugs in there. Kevin's torquing those down to 60 foot-pounds. Said to put Loctite on those too. Did I get it?
You got it. Pretty close, buddy. My
So,
son is 61.
Yeah, I know what torque. That one I didn't get that tight. So I got the wiring harness all in here, kind of redone it, taped it up. Had to put a couple new ends on here for the glow plugs and stuff. And got that dude about wrapped up. So now we're ready to put the front cover on. And then we get that stuff done, we'll show you guys what we're gonna stick this in. You guys notice we've got more of a mess going on around here right now. We've got a 5-speed transmission laying over. We got a dash out of another truck. We've got a whole cluster going on while we're waiting on plugs. So.
All going in that white Dodge back here.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
All right, let's get to it. Starting to look a little different, ain't it?
Wee bit.
Wee bit. Kevin's putting on the vacuum pump. Remember, diesels don't make vacuum. We don't know why, but
That was our fun fact.
that was our fun fact. So I got the new alternator from Bosch. For some reason it does not have a, I don't know how many groove pulley, 8 groove. So we gotta take the old one off. It's got an extra groove in it. Change that out. Kevin's got the power steering pump, vacuum pump on. I got new wheels going on over here. You know what? I noticed something in your pocket over there. What is that?
My little pry bar.
Pocket pry bar. Old Red Dog sent us a whole package of pocket pry bars, and I'll have to say they're pretty handy because I've been using this little dude this morning. I took a whole dash out of a Ford truck and popped all kinds of electrical plugs loose. But big thanks to him for sure for sending those. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Kevin's got an AC compressor there. If you remember when we pulled this motor out of the truck, it didn't have AC on it. So the truck that we're putting this in is gonna have AC. So we got to get that put on there. If I remember right, you broke a bolt off too, so.
And what?
Well, we fixed it, but we're going to be short a bolt. We may have to go to the Ford junkyard. You just like that vacuum pump. That's all I listen to off camera. Oh my gosh. Somebody help me. What are you doing over here to the shorty truck, bud? Borrowing a couple bolts
off of it already.
So if you remember, this motor had no AC like I just said, so it had some shorter bolts in it. We don't have bolts that long. So I told Kevin to steal 2 bolts out of Mr. Shorty. We're gonna go steal 2 bolts out of the truck that this motor is getting ready to go in. So we'll go out here and show you guys what we got going on. Got a little surprise for you. I actually went and picked up a new bed yesterday too. If you guys can see, I got the double flatbed going on here. Got a new aluminum 9-foot flatbed. Kind of got a story on that I'll tell in the next video. So if you guys want to see that, definitely hang around and consider subscribing. So if you guys follow social media, you may have seen this truck posted for sale. I took it off last week, didn't know.
That's right.
So what we got going on over here is a 1995 F Super Duty.
Super.
You know what's special about this truck?
Them running boards.
Kevin likes these running boards.
Dude, they're legit.
This truck actually come from Canada, northern Canada. Where did I say it come from? Wasn't Alberta? Was it Alberta? It was 2,200 miles away up north, so it was a good ways. Kevin likes these. Kevin likes these steps. No, we like Canada. So, you guys were watching some videos a while back when I was working up on the property up there. You may have noticed I was bidding on something in Canada on my phone. Alright, take a little break. Got an auction going on up in Canada actually. Just bought a truck and looking at a dozer. It sells tomorrow, so Canadian dollars we got going on. This is what I bought. So this is a 95 F Super Duty. If you guys know anything about these trucks, there's a couple things not factory about this thing. So Ford never built a crew cab Super Duty, and they never built a 4-wheel drive one, so it's a pretty rare truck. I think it was converted by a company called Quigley Conversions. They did a few of these. You guys know I got a service truck. It's the F Super Duty. It's 4-wheel drive. So say this truck's like a F450. I think the GVW on it's like 15,000 pounds. A regular 1-ton was 11,000 pounds back in the day. So if you notice, the door tag is back here on the back cab. It should be up here. So what they done, they took the crew cab truck, cut this back foot out about right here, added a center section, put a crew cab roof on, crew cab doors and all that good stuff. So did you get you a couple bolts?
Yep.
So I'm gonna turn this thing into the shop truck. It's got to 123,000 kilometers on it, I think, which is about 76,000 miles. Somebody just painted it for some reason.
You gonna keep these?
Well, of course we're gonna keep those super sweet mud flaps. Did you just try to tear it off?
No, I just thought they were pretty slick. Show them the best part.
Kevin likes that step. That's a step.
They stole those straight from Menards from the outdoor loading racks.
This truck is actually very clean. It comes from Canada. You can see the frame and stuff, but it comes, I think, so far up north where they didn't use any. I mean, those steps will hold the whole truck up.
You can't even bend the back part, and there's not even support underneath it. It's so good.
And so we're going to take that new flatbed, put on here eventually. So we're going to stick that Powerstroke in there. This thing has a 460 with the automatic in it right now, so it's one reason I put it up for sale. I wouldn't. I was going to keep it for myself originally, but I've got that truck here. I guess we're going to put that truck for sale now, since Hunter changed gears on this engine project, so that's why we're changing gears. But that's going to be a super cool truck. The bad thing was it used to be blue. Somebody painted it silver, and blue's my favorite color. I don't know what we're going to do about that. I don't like silver.
Gonna have to paint it.
So anyway, we got this new, I think it's a Zimmerman bed. But I may have this truck for sale. This truck's like a 2002 or 2003 F450 Ford. It come from New Mexico. It's a clean, rust-free truck. It's got like
Custom paint.
custom painting by Kevin.
Hey, every time you drive this truck, I guarantee you there'll be people flagging you down.
There will be. Everybody waves. It's got like 70,000 miles on it. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission. It actually has the V10 gas in it. It's 4-wheel drive. So anybody's looking for a pretty clean truck, there it is. So doesn't need anything at all. Hit me up in the comments below or send us an email if you're interested in that thing. So all right, did you get your bolts?
I got 4 now.
Let me know what you guys think of that truck project out there. So like I say, originally we was going to do the shorty truck build, but plans got changed on that. So we got 2 trucks with only 2 bolts holding a compressor, and it'd be fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
That motor is coming out of that truck anyway, so we actually may have plans for the motor coming out of that truck later on down the road. So I always got plans for everything, don't I? Long way off. Hopefully Bridget doesn't watch any of this stuff.
She does.
She will not be happy. Oh crap, I thought that was her. What's up, Uncle Scott?
Oh, chasing down Ford parts.
Oh yeah, I didn't. So those 2 plugs we put in, I ordered 4. Other 2 are back here. Ordered 4 and only got 2.
They said somebody messed up. You got 2 more in the mail.
How many weeks is that going to take?
Well, you ordered right before a holiday, so it took a few extra days. Calm down. They'll be here.
Our people are waiting.
Hey,
Hey. Something's
nailed it.
something's not
You
right
need a
there.
spacer, bud.
They're
I
tight.
think you need to tap those holes
They're
out.
tight.
You just need a spacer.
Nope.
How about some washers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess.
Stack up some Lawson
I'm
water.
gonna
Let's get
guess.
10 or 12 of them fender washers back
I'm gonna
here.
guess because it was AC delete. You had different bolts in there, bud.
There's some like 3/8 bolts in there and then like a 1/4 inch up on this one.
Okay.
That'll make it look good right
All
on
right.
top.
That'd get some good comments going on.
Show you how we redneck.
I remember there wasn't even a bolt in that hole.
Fix this. I'm sure you
What
have.
the heck does this go to?
Well, that's that part we're waiting on from the Napa stores, you know.
Condenser.
All right, we'll be back after these messages. Yeah, I think you need to tap in here, bud. Well, there she be. You got a new clutch fan on there, new fan, new belt, new pulley system.
No.
This is like almost all new, isn't it?
No.
Got a new Gates belt on there. Kevin got his alternator bolts running in there with no washers. We didn't want to disappoint anybody. I think that's about it. We're waiting on a fitting here. It's supposed to be in any time. Well, yeah, she's looking good. Looking good for sure. What do you think?
I love it.
I'm gonna be excited to hear this thing run. Big shout out to Irate Diesel service too on that turbo they sent us. So maybe next time we can see this thing run. Maybe that's a big maybe. That truck out there, we gotta do a lot of stuff to it. We gotta yank that motor out. It's got an automatic in it and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of a lot of crap to do yet. We've got 5-speed tranny yanked out of the white plow truck we bought a while back. We just yanked it out today. So we got a 5-speed tranny there. We got a brand new double disc south bend clutch to hold all this power back. So it's rated for like 650 horse. I don't think we're going to be quite there, but we'll be close. That's what they tell me.
We'll give it a good shot.
We will. We've got a bunch of piled parts. We got a couple old Fords sitting out there, keeping our trucks close by, so we got to have more parts. So I actually yanked the wiring harness out of the truck that this come out of, the whole dash. It's laying over there too, because we got to have the instrument cluster and the OBD port to do some testing if we need it. We'll have to put it in that truck, so we'll have to rip that whole dash and stuff out. But if you guys want to see all that, definitely consider subscribing so you don't miss out on that. And we'll have plenty more videos, and don't worry, we got plenty more dozer videos coming too. So it's been truck time here lately, so something different. Let me know if you guys like seeing this stuff. It is, we might do some more of it, so or show some more stuff, because we're always messing with crap like this, aren't we? For sure. So if you guys liked what you seen today, hit that like button down below, that thumbs up button. Click that thing, it helps me out a lot. So makes YouTube think that we're doing something good anyway. So, and definitely comment what you think about that truck out there. We'll do a little bit more in-depth walk around on that when we get here next. Next thing we'll be doing is yanking the motor and stuff out of it. So hopefully we've got all the parts coming that we need. So guys, we'll see you next time. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. I want to give a little shout out again here to Irate Diesel Service. Here's a little preview of their video. Of course, it's going to be linked in the description below. But I called Kurt and the guys up there, Irate Diesel Service there again, and told him what we was building and what kind of turbo I need. And he said, hey, I've got it sitting on the shelf. So I thought that was pretty impressive. But there are so many options and stuff just to this one turbocharger. And these guys are very slick on their stuff. It doesn't matter if it's turbo injectors, injection pump, anything diesel. Definitely check them out for sure. And like I say, if you mention our name, and to get you free shipping on your product back. But so many different options and variables on just this turbo here. But these guys really know their stuff. They went in depth in this video here, explaining all the options and variations that you can spec one of these turbos out for. So, but these guys definitely know their stuff for sure. But highly recommended. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and we'll have this. Hopefully have this truck running up here in a couple more videos. So thanks for watching. Definitely go check out Irate Diesel Service video for sure. So.